For hours now, the world has been trying to figure out whether we are witnessing a dramatic escalation in the Middle East or the beginning of something even bigger. Overnight, intense strikes were reported between the United States, Israel, and Iran. Military sites were targeted. Government facilities were reportedly hit. And then, in the middle of that chaos, a claim surfaced that could fundamentally change everything. There are now unconfirmed reports suggesting that Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, may have been killed. Let me be clear from the start. There is no official confirmation of his death, but the reports, the contradictions, and the silence that followed have raised serious questions. According to Israeli Channel 12, Khamenei was allegedly killed in coordinated airstrikes carried out by the United States and Israel. These strikes were described as highly strategic, not random bombardments, but what analysts call decapitation strikes. In military terms, that means targeting leadership at the very top of a regime. If true, this would not just be a military event. It would be a geopolitical earthquake. Khamenei is 86 years old. He has been the central authority figure in Iran for decades. He's not just symbolic. He is the core of the regime's power structure. Removing him would fundamentally alter the chain of command and the political balance inside Iran. But here's where it becomes complicated. Shortly after those reports began circulating, Iranian state-linked sources suggested that Khamenei had been moved out of Tehran for safety. The implication was clear. He was alive, but possibly relocated in anticipation of strikes. Then came additional reports from Reuters citing 3 Iranian sources who claimed that 2 high-ranking Iranian officials had been killed. Among them were the Iranian defense minister and the commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. That is significant. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, often referred to as the IRGC, is one of the most powerful institutions in Iran. It oversees military operations, intelligence, and internal security. Losing its commander during active hostilities would be a major blow. At the same time, an Iranian representative appeared in an interview and insisted that all senior officials were alive. He stated, "As far as I know, they are alive," and emphasized that the government remained in control. But that phrasing, "as far as I know," did not exactly project confidence. And then another twist. Iranian media reported that Khamenei would address the nation within minutes. That announcement was made publicly, yet hours passed. Dozens of updates were published, and no speech came. In a moment like this, optics matter. If reports of his death were false, one might expect immediate visual proof of life. A televised address, a recorded message, something definitive. Instead, there was silence. Meanwhile, Israeli military officials, cited by analysts and journalists, including sources connected to CNN and Axios, stated that multiple coordinated strikes had eliminated several senior figures essential to the management of the campaign and the regime's governance. An official from the Israeli Defense Forces reportedly confirmed that gatherings of Iranian leadership had been targeted simultaneously. This is where the narrative becomes difficult to ignore. On one side, Israeli outlets claim that the highest authority in Iran has been eliminated. On the other side, Iranian officials deny the deaths of senior figures, even as independent reporting suggests that at least 2 top officials have indeed been killed. So what are we looking at? There are several possibilities. 1. The reports of Khamenei's death are false, and he was successfully relocated before the strikes. 2. He was injured but not killed, and confirmation is being withheld while succession plans are stabilized. 3. He was killed and Iranian authorities are delaying acknowledgement to prevent internal chaos. If the supreme leader has truly been eliminated, the consequences are immense. Iran's political system is structured around the authority of the supreme leader. While there are presidents and parliaments, ultimate power flows through that office. Removing him during active military conflict would create immediate uncertainty about command, retaliation strategy, and succession. And let's not ignore the broader picture. Former President Donald Trump reportedly delivered remarks framing the strikes as a decisive effort to weaken or dismantle Iran's regime structure. If that objective included targeting top leadership, this would mark one of the most aggressive escalations in modern U.S.-Iran relations. Iran has already responded militarily, reportedly launching retaliatory strikes against military bases in multiple countries. If Khamenei is alive, we would expect him to appear publicly to project stability and control. If he does not appear soon, speculation will only intensify. In wartime, information is weaponized. Rumors can destabilize. Silence can signal strategy. And conflicting reports can be intentional. Right now, there is no definitive confirmation that Ali Khamenei is dead. But there are confirmed reports that high-ranking Iranian officials have been killed. There are confirmed reports that coordinated leadership targets were struck. And there is a noticeable absence of visible reassurance from Iran's highest authority. If the supreme leader has been removed, this could dramatically shift the trajectory of this conflict. If he is alive, the coming hours will likely bring proof. Either way, the stakes have just escalated. This is not just another headline. This is a moment that could reshape the balance of power in the region. And until we have official confirmation one way or the other, the world is left watching, waiting, and trying to separate verified fact from wartime fog.